Hello. I built a LinkedIn image creation tool with Cloud Chat in under 2 hours last night. So I post pretty regularly on LinkedIn, and every post needs kind of an image to hopefully stop the user from scrolling and read the post itself. I used to use Canva, but it was very slow. On Canva, you got to pick a template, tweak it, export it, upload it for every single post. The realization came when I said, hey, can I give Cloud my brand guidelines and it can produce kind of a consistent image for every single post without me engaging and designing it? It's not perfect, but it's really just solving my own problem. You don't need to learn how to code to build with AI. I'm not a developer. I just basically described what I wanted and tweaked it until it worked. The first version was pretty bad. It took me about 4 to 5, 6 before it looked right. That's pretty normal. Most people quit after round 1. Keep that in mind. This is version, I believe, 6 or 7 that I'm created that I'm going to show you guys today. But this was 2 hours before bed. That's it. A year ago, this probably would have taken a weekend and a couple freelancers or a freelancer that knows how to develop. That's the small thing in your workflow. If there's a small thing in your workflow that annoys you, building a fix with AI. Try building a fix with AI. Not a startup, not a product, just a tool that saves you 10 minutes. So if you post 3 to 4 times a week, that's saving about 30 to 40 minutes a week for you. That's how most useful things start. There's no hard sell. You kind of just let it play out, play around with it, tweak it, chat with Cloud to make sure that you have the right tool for your own liking. That's the power of AI. So let's get into kind of the tool that I built within 2 hours last night, or 2 hours before bed last night. Pretty straightforward. As you can see here, the design isn't the best, but it is functional. So number one thing, if you're building something for you, make it functional. That's all that really matters. It's going to save you, like I mentioned, 10 minutes a day probably, or more if you're not as creative as a person like I am and trying to tweak things and trying to make things look right. It's tough. So basically what it is a LinkedIn image creator. So when you have a post, and I'm going to show you, I'm just going to go to my LinkedIn feed. I'm going to refresh this real quick and kind of give me the new post. If you're scrolling through LinkedIn or pretty much any platform right now, you kind of get the big image here. I kind of wanted to show you guys the real time and what's going on, and hopefully it's going to be helpful to you. If you guys want it, let me know. I'm not keeping this behind anything, just sharing it if you guys see this helpful for you guys. But anyway, let's go back to kind of where I wanted to find a post that would kind of benefit from this tool on my LinkedIn. Let me just use this one. So this person 2 hours ago, oh, it's a pretty long post, but never mind. Anyway, I will copy this, and then I'm gonna go back to my tool over here. As you can see here, paste your full LinkedIn post here. I'll post it. I'm gonna hit generate image settings, and it's going to generate it. You can kind of pick the image size, what style. This is pretty important. I'll show you guys a differentiation of those styles. You can kind of pick the layout, and then what the thing I built in and I got tired of copy and pasting is this headline, subtitle, and category tag. These are all auto-filled. So depending on what the LinkedIn post says, this will autofill. So if you go down to what it looks like, it's a sticky note. It has a little marker thing, and it kind of has the leadership as a category tag. You got the title, and then you got your classroom. Really simple. I added my little branding down on the very bottom. But if you guys go back to the top here, I can kind of make it a paper note. Let's see, a paper note. This is kind of the paper note version. I got my little logo on top. Let me switch it up a little bit. I know I'm going a little fast. Do apologize for that, but what was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna change the style to be centered if you want it. So center paper looks like this. And then let's go to a whiteboard. That looks like this. I put a little marker and erase thing on the bottom, but it writes like a whiteboard. A couple other ones that I'll finish up. Chalkboard. It's kind of cool. I put, I think, more of a chalkboard feel. I think I got to tweak this a little bit, but as you can see here, The different styles are already pre-built, and this is coded. Like I said, this was coded 2 hours before I went to bed because I wanted to create a LinkedIn post for this whole week. I think Billboard one is going to be the one I'm going to remove, so I'm not going to even show this clean editorial. This is a pretty simple one. Nothing too crazy. I'm not a very creative person, so I let kind of AI dictate what some of this stuff looks like. This is a pretty cool brand, my branded colors with dark navy background with a little bit of gold accent. But that's it. That's pretty simple. If you want to change a little bit of the accent colors here, so it's not the gold, red is good, green, and then a little bit of a lighter blue here. So things like that will change, just minor things on here. So this is, like I said, version 6 and maybe version 7, but I just download it and it's going to download. Let's just, for example, you download this. It's going to be here. You open it up and yeah, boom. That's it right here. So that's kind of the platform that took almost 2 hours, back and forth, nothing too crazy, just kind of a casual chat. I have a vision of the output. This is exactly what I wanted, something like this that I can edit and make it into a more consistent imagery on my LinkedIn post. To be honest, you can probably do this for every platform out there. And actually, just looking back on the top here, this is actually version 7. So it's 7 versions, about 2 hours. I got this. And probably make it the 8th version. I probably add a couple more styles, probably a couple more layouts, and then call it good. Because what I can do is whenever I create a LinkedIn post, I just put here, generate it. It's going to fill in all the things that I feel like I needed. And then it looks clean. It looks good for me for now. But that is what I wanted to show you guys today. Nothing too crazy. I'll even show you guys kind of the chat. Yep, the chat that I had yesterday. Oh, actually, let me move this thing over a little bit. Where's my chat? LinkedIn post. And kind of give you guys the history of it. If you guys want to zoom in, I can zoom in a little bit. Like I said, this is not rocket science. This is version 3. I wanted to add a picture of myself in it, but then I removed that. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of history when it loads here. Here's version 4. And kind of just going back and forth. Nothing too great. Left line is broke. Okay. Broken. They reorganized it. And let me show you guys what I mean by that. So if it's left aligned here, the thing was a little bit messed up here. I want to get back to my gold accent. It looks pretty. So some of the alignment was off. So that's kind of version 4 fix. So let's make the text bigger and bolder. That's what I wanted. So that's version 5. I know I'm getting just repetitive here, but as you can see here, the main outcome I did was, if you go down to the very bottom, added some accent colors, and then 2 hours later, you got this. You got version 7, the one that I'm showing you guys right now. It's built in HDMI, so it's kind of lightweight, nothing too crazy in terms of coding, but post your LinkedIn post here, generate and create whatever style you want. So that's what I built in 2 hours. Hope you guys enjoy this a little bit. I know I just rushed through a lot of the back and forth on cloud, but this is something that AI is just touching the surface. If you can communicate what the output that you guys want and how to get there, Cloud Chat, you don't even have to go into Cloud Code. This is just Cloud Chat, pretty simple, straightforward on how to produce something very simple, very, very useful. It's gonna save me about 10 minutes a day or 10 minutes every post. So it's gonna give me back about 30 minutes. Do that a couple times with a couple of tasks. Then you can start building more tasks and just compound, and eventually it's gonna be a very efficient day that you have going on forward if you guys have a bunch of these small-minded projects that you guys are doing. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. If you guys want this HTML, just let me know. It's nothing secretive about it. I just built it within 2 hours. And let me know if you guys have any questions.